Hey everybody, welcome to the Eureka Springs channel. I'm Melody Purdy, your host, and we're coming to you live from Eureka Springs, Arkansas. And every month, I like to check in with some of our nonprofits here in Eureka Springs to showcase them and let them give you an update about all the great things that they've got going on. And today I have with me Kelly McDonough, who is with the Eureka Springs School of the Arts. So if you guys welcome Kelly to the screen.
Hey, Melody.
Ta-da! Here's Kelly.
Hi, everybody.
Y'all are busy over there at the Eureka Springs School of the Arts, planning out the end of the year, wrapping things up, getting ready for a whole nother round of year around the sun out there. And I know you've got a lot of things you want to talk about today to inform everybody. So I'm going to let you just dive in, Miss Kelly, to talk about what you've got going on.
We are deep into dreaming and planning for 2024. So, of course, each year we offer about 100 workshops. These are, I like to call it kind of art camp for grown-ups. So you can come take a 1 day to all the way up to a 5-day class in art or fine craft. Our workshops are very suitable for beginners as well as people who have some experience under their belt. We have really small class sizes. So really, it's perfect for a person who has never done anything before and people who have done lots and lots of art and craft. So today I kind of want to talk about what's coming up next year. Now, we don't have the catalog out just yet. It's going to be coming out in early December, open for registration early in December. So this is the chance to get the little preview about what's coming up and start planning what you want to register for. This map I like to show because a lot of people don't realize how much we have on our campus. There at the top of the screen is Highway 62, and a lot of folks think we're just those first two buildings, but we've actually got a number of other teaching studios going all the way back to the back of the ridge on a pretty good chunk of acreage out here. So definitely worth coming out and checking it out and taking a class with us. If you want to go to the next one, this is our fabulous Wingate Wood and Iron Studio. So the building on the left there is the Iron Studio. It's several thousand square feet, and the Wood Studio, another several thousand square feet. So it's quite the playground of craft for sure. If you go to the next slide, we've got some examples, pictures from some of our classes this year. So coming up in 2024, we're going to have several metal fabrication and welded sculpture workshops. So found object welded sculpture. Also, this picture to the left, that's our friend Pat Sullivan. She was in a plasma cutting workshop this year, and that's cutting sheet metal with fire and then forming it into really fun things. So you can see there that that's a really great workshop. We're going to be repeating that again this year. So if you go to the next one, the other part of the Iron Studio is the blacksmithing side. So we'll have intro to blacksmithing. We're going to have some bladesmithing classes. So lots to be done there. The bladesmithing workshops are wonderful and super, super popular. And those are student knives that came out of a class and from some people who had never even hit a piece of hot metal before. So again, even as a beginner, you can come in and make something beautiful like one of those knives. The next one, this is in the Wood Studio. So we have classes in woodworking, wood turning, and wood carving. And so the woodworking ranges from making small boxes all the way to making bigger things. And then wood turning, you can turn bowls or vessels. We've got a class in turning pens and pencils with a carbide tool, which is a different kind of wood turning tool. If you go to the next slide, you'll see a picture of a couple of the other woodworking classes. One of our really popular, really fun workshops is an introduction to furniture design, and the exercise is designing and building a table. You can see from that class picture, every student came up with a totally different plan, and we love to watch that happen. So Steve Palmer will be teaching that again this year. And then you've got a progress photo from a craftsman style clock class that we had. So we're going to be doing that one again as well. There's also going to be a few Doug Stowe classes. Those are very popular. He's going to be teaching a jig making class. So definitely our woodworkers keep an eye out for that. The next picture is the outside of our small metals studio. And if you flip to the next slide, you'll see some examples from those workshops. On the left there, that's a picture from one of our silversmithing classes. We're going to have several silversmithing workshops next year. We also are offering a couple of workshops in metal clay, which is what you see to the right. And this is a material that not a lot of people are familiar with, but you basically form the metal. It's in a clay form, and then you fire it and the clay disappears and you're left with silver. So it's like magic. We're going to have a couple of different instructors coming next year to teach that. Also on the next slide, you can see we've got an enameling class. Catherine Osgood is coming back this year, and she teaches an incredible enameling class. This is enamel on copper. And we have a brand new instructor coming. Mr. Darpinian is coming to teach chasing and repoussé. And so this is a method where you take a flat piece of metal and raise it up to make these beautiful designs. So we're really excited about that brand new topic that we're offering next year. That's always really exciting. Let's see, what do we have next is, oh yes, our 2D studio and special media. This is all kinds of wonderful things. So I think the next slide is painting and drawing. We're going to have a couple of different offerings in pastels. We'll have a few different watercolor classes. We'll also have some drawing classes, figure drawing, pen and ink drawing, charcoal drawing. And so there are a lot of things to choose from. Again, anybody of any level can come in and take those workshops and be successful. These are some pictures of student work from this year with instructors that we're going to have back. The next is our special media. And special media is, there's a lot in that category. So stained glass, we're going to have several stained glass workshops. Those are very, very popular. We're bringing on a new instructor. We have Dennis Heater has been teaching with us. We're going to be bringing on Adam Blue to teach, who a lot of people will know if they're here in Eureka. Also, a lot of people will know if they're from this area, Gina Galena is coming to teach a crocheted lantern class. And so we're super excited to have her coming. The next slide shows Vicki Hardcastle. She's teaching her needle felting class again. And after a few years absence, we have Billy Owens coming back to teach 3 different one-day basket making workshops. But this example here in particular is a tote with leather straps. That's going to be a brand new one, and that we're really excited about it. We've also got mosaic and polymer clay and all sorts of other wonderful things going on in that studio. Here's a couple of examples. To the right there, that's a mosaic workshop that we'll be offering with Fran Carlin. To the left, this is another brand new instructor. And believe it or not, that is polymer clay. It's going to be a polymer clay jewelry class using armatures and fold forming over that with the polymer clay. So that's a really new, exciting one. And then in our ceramics studio, we've got a throwing on the wheel workshop with Jessica Russell, who has taught with us before and is a beloved instructor here in town, as well as a ceramic doll making workshop with Lisa Cruz, who was an artist in residence with us earlier this year. And so some folks may recognize that, but you can come and make your own ceramic doll. So that's a lot of things, and it really just touches the surface of what we have to offer, because we have dozens and dozens of workshops that will be going live for registration in early December. So stay tuned for that. The best way to find out when that is opening up is to sign up for our e-newsletter if you aren't already. Follow us on social media, because we'll be putting that messaging out like crazy, and we will set a very specific date and time at which registration will open. And be ready, because some of these classes, they sell out really fast. So.
I would guess so. I mean, incredible talent. Just looking through these images, a lot of these are all students that did some of these items, some of them, and some of them are done by the artists themselves. So fantastic display, my friend, today of what's going on out there. I often have people ask, in the midst of making discussions about the art school, Do you have to already be in the medium, practicing the medium before signing up for a class? And
No.
okay. And the other question is, are there different degrees of skill sets that you have? Are the classes graded like beginner, intermediate, or advanced?
They are. Now, our part of our mission is to provide art and craft education for everyone. So, regardless of skill level, regardless of background, regardless of financial situation. And so, to do that, one of the main things we do is we keep our class sizes really, really small. So, most of our classes are only about 6, maybe 8 people. And what that does is if you have a class of people of all varying levels of ability, that gives that instructor enough one-on-one time with each student that they can work with a beginner as well as someone who has more experience.
I
Now,
see.
occasionally we do offer workshops where you do need a little bit of experience in order to get the most out of it.
Right.
And those will be marked in our catalog either as, intermediate, or sometimes it'll say, it's all levels, but if you have a little bit of experience, it will be helpful to you. So that's just something to kind of keep an eye out for in the descriptions. In general, though, the majority of our classes anybody could walk in and take, and
Right.
regardless of their level of experience, be successful.
I love what you guys do out there. You really are just a wonderful part of our fabric of tapestry here in Eureka Springs, of all things art and experiences out there. The things that are turned out from your students and the instructors out there, just beautiful, beautiful work. Thank you so much, Kelly, for coming today to inform people about the upcoming season of events out there and
Yeah.
classes. So if you're listening, go to essa-art.org and look at the full schedule there of upcoming. And now you said early December sometime is when people can start registering for these classes, and all that can be done right there online. They don't have to
Yes.
call in. They can do it all. They can sign up all right there on the website and put in their fees and everything. And now you do have some scholarships. I wanted to know about that. And how does that work if you find yourself limited income? Maybe you're a struggling artist yourself, but you want to keep up your game. How does one apply to be considered for a scholarship, Kelly?
Sure. So, I mean, gosh, for a lot of us, it's just simply not in the budget. And
Yeah.
so we do offer a lot of scholarship. So all you have to do, you go online, you can find the form on our website. It's a really simple, short form. We ask that everybody gets just one letter of recommendation from somebody who would say
Mm-hmm.
that, yes, they think that you would really love a class and benefit from it. And just send it in. And you can send in a scholarship application form anytime. So,
Okay.
like right now, when the new workshops aren't listed, you would just put on your form, well, I really want to take a welding class, or I really want to take a silversmithing class. And then as soon as we have our workshop slated out, then we kind of can put people in those slots and pre-plan for those things.
Okay.
Now, of course, there's a limit to scholarship funds,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah.
we really try to meet as much need as we can. And so far, we've been really happy to say that most people who have qualified for scholarships, we've been able to fund them. When years where we've not had enough money, we have gone out and shaken trees until we find enough money to fund those
Right.
scholarships.
Yeah.
Because if people want to come, we
Yeah.
want them to be able to be
Absolutely.
here.
Yes. Thank you, Kelly, for all that you do and all the staff out there at the Eureka Springs School of the Art. Thank you for another wonderful year as a part of our community. Can't wait to see what all you guys turn out this next year. And thank you again. We appreciate you very
Wonderful.
much.
Thank you so much.
See you next time. Go to essa-art.org, guys, and sign up for a class, sign up and apply for a scholarship, do all the things, and support the Eureka Springs School of the Arts. Of course, if you'd like to donate to the Eureka Springs School of the Arts, you can also do that right there online to help fund some of the scholarships that they give to people out there. So if you'd like to support them, be sure and click on the donate button there on their website. Thank you again for joining us today at the Eureka Springs channel. We appreciate you watching us. And of course, we appreciate if you'd like us on Facebook. So Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. And more than anything, show us a little bit of love by hitting those heart buttons during our broadcast or on replay. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.